What's up, everybody? It's the Broad Street 444 Sports Talk. You got me, Woody Wood, with Chris, CeeLo, Palazzo, Jerome Dooley, a.k.a. G's. Yo, we about to another episode. We about to talk about mad things. Number one, the Philadelphia Eagles. We're going to discuss the Philadelphia Eagles and the Jacksonville Jaguars all the way over the pond. Mate, cheerio. The Eagles are victorious against the Jacksonville Jaguars. And then we're going to also discuss the Philadelphia Eagles and the Carolina Panthers briefly. So, we missing you guys. We're back. And we missed a couple weeks. But hey, let me introduce my guys here, because unfortunately Mike McCline won't be with us tonight. Family obligations. So what's up, Chris?
What's going on? How you feeling, bro?
Oh, fantastic, lovely, man. Hey, we're switching roles a little bit. Usually Chris is Mike's quarterbacks this thing, but I'm stepping in like Nick Foles. I'm about to show y'all what it do. CeeLo Carson Wentz over there. He gonna just take the back seat for a second. What's up, G?
Hey, what's up, Wood?
Oh,
Good
man.
to be back. We was gone for 2 weeks, right? It
felt
like a month.
We got to knock the rust off, right?
Yeah.
I don't think we have to keep reminding our fans that we were off for a while.
Well, they know. I just said it's good to be back. I had to remind myself out.
We got to be honest with our fans. We love our fans. We have a good relationship with our fans.
Transparency, right?
That's right, 100% transparency. That's exactly right. Chris, you got the agenda. What are we going to discuss first?
We're gonna recap that Jacksonville game, like you mentioned earlier. So we'll briefly recap that Jacksonville game. I think that was a big win, so everybody's happy about that. And obviously, we got a bye this week, so we're not playing. So we're gonna talk about the Eagles and how we look at this halfway point in the season. Literally 8 games and our bye week. So we'll talk about that. How do we like the things we like about our team? Dislikes. Are we in playoff contention? What do you feel? How do you feel at 4-4 right now? So we'll talk about that. Obviously, the trade deadline was a few days ago, and of course, Harry Roseman, man, he's proven to make moves around this time, and he picked up Tate, the wide receiver from Detroit Lions. So we'll talk about that and how everybody feels about that pick. And then we'll also get you guys caught up with our pick 6. It's heating up over here at Broad Street 444, so we'll get everybody caught up with that. We'll talk about whatever else comes to mind, man. So we're going to do that, and we're going to let Wood quarterback this thing, like he said.
If I talk with the British accent for this duration, would it be a little distracting? Because I wanted to go along with this, considering that the Eagles were just in the United Kingdom. How do you guys feel about that, huh?
It's your show, man. Do what you want.
I don't know. Let's see how long I could do it, mate. So, let's start it off. One of the biggest problem I had, I felt like the Eagles were a little lucky.
Hold up, man.
The Eagles were a little lucky. I wanted them to stay focused. And
I didn't think you was going to do your analysis of the game in this joint. That's the I don't know if I can take that one.
But it was so cool seeing that picture I posted with Princess Diana though, with the Eagles jersey on back in the 90s though.
No, that was a different picture. I like that.
That was dope. I hope people checked it out on our Facebook page.
What's the Facebook? What's on the Facebook? Our Facebook is Broad Street 444 Sports Talk. So y'all check us out on Facebook. Excuse me.
Yes, that was a nice jacket too. I was like, man, I would rock that now. You really see that? The Kelly Green, old Eagles logo.
Yeah,
man, I like that. But as far as the Eagles game though, highs, lows. What did you? I mean, I got to be honest. It's so early in the morning. I had it on, but it was so difficult to try to open my eyes when the game started. I was like, I probably missed about 45 minutes of the game because I was just trying to wake up. And when I finally, I had the game on in the background. When I finally woke up, I was like, okay, all right, let's get this thing started. And but it was cool. It was cool. The whole vibe, as far as the Eagles playing overseas. But Carson Wentz played well. I just feel like getting Golden Tate is a huge deal because, again, I felt like he was limited with his weapons. But yeah, I tell you, Jordan Matthews stepped up when he made some big plays, some key first downs. So I feel like he might be the unsung hero before the Jaguar game, I was just like, I was completely just disavowing his existence. I just didn't want to give him any props whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Because I just, but
what
played very well.
Excuse me. What were the main things you felt good about coming out of the game, and what was your major concern coming out of the game? Even though we got the win, so that's the most important. But if you had to give your biggest, plus or thumbs up, and then your biggest concern coming out of the Jacksonville game.
Sharon, you want to go on that?
Wrong, whoever.
My biggest concern maybe with Schwartz. I don't know why he switched to that zone again. We just got ate up the week before against Carolina with that zone. Gave up the lead. He goes with the zone again, and immediately Bortles starts moving the ball. When the Jags really had no offense before that. We were really pretty much dominating the game. I know the score didn't really say that. We weren't up by like 20 points or something, but I think we were pretty much moving the ball, and they really couldn't do anything. So, I mean, because if Wentz didn't have those 2 turnovers, the fumble and the pick, I mean, we probably would have been up by 24 points or something.
Right.
Yeah, there were opportunities for the Jacksonville to take control like near the end, but Bortles didn't come through like we wanted him not to. Like, as an Eagles fan, like, all right, please just don't convert, and he didn't. Like, he threw it incomplete, or like he didn't make it happen like those big quarterbacks would, like a Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers. I felt like they would probably come through in the clutch and make that completion to extend the drive, but Bortles didn't do it. So I was like, thank goodness. Or so. Yeah. I mean, he was the leading rusher. You know what I'm saying? Like we shut Jacksonville's run game down, so that was exciting to see. And we do that on a regular basis. Our run defense is really good, so that's something to really look at in a positive light going forward. Especially, getting our team healthy for this week, this much needed bye, and then coming off and playing. We played the Cowboys. Isn't that our first game back off the bye?
Yeah.
That's gonna be big. That's gonna be a division game. We're gonna have our team fresh, ready to go, and ready to shut down Ezekiel Elliott. We're gonna do our thing. We just gotta focus on this. The pass defense is just where we gotta get tighter on. But we are showing some improvement, so I'm excited about that.
I think the improvement came. I think one thing I did like about Schwartz this past week is he mixed in a little bit more blitz. And I'm not saying you have to go blitz crazy, but he seemed to choose them at more opportune times. He seemed to be more schematically. He seemed to do more things. You know how sometimes Pittsburgh, they like to bring their linebackers, one on one side of the A-gap, the other on the other side of the A-gap, then they'll bring a defender on the outside, a nickelback or something like that. And you don't know who's going to blitz. You don't know if the left side of the A-gap is going to be the right side, another guy drop back, so forth and so on. So he did a lot of things like that. I think he disguised his blitz a little bit better, and we got some good pressure on him. I don't know if y'all agree with that, but I think I saw that. So, yeah, still pass defense still a concern, big concern of mine. But if you give the quarterback less time to pass, then your corners don't have to be as stellar. You know what I mean? Because the advantage always goes to the offense. So they'll always have the advantage the more time you give the quarterback. So I just wanted to win, fellas. I didn't care how we got it, man. I wanted to go this week with a win. Can you imagine how long this 2 weeks would be if we won in with a loss?
It would have been bad.
Yeah, it would have been bad. And it's a big difference between 4 and 3 or 5. So,
man, I felt like Wembley Stadium was filled with number Eagles fans. Yeah. I felt like it was technically a Jacksonville home game.
Right.
I was thinking like maybe the Jacksonville organization had something set up where all their employees and their family could go, at a discounted price or something. So I was expecting it to be jumping with Jacksonville fans. But, man, I swear every time the Eagles did something, the crowd erupted. Maybe it's because they were the champions. So people there were like rooting for us because we were defending champs, but I don't know. It just seemed like it was an Eagles home game.
Well, it's three things to that. For one, Eagles are more of a story franchise, so it's a lot more Eagles fans out there than you would imagine. Number two, like you said, we are world champions, and three, Eagles fans travel. You know what I mean? So they
travel overseas evidently.
Right.
If the Eagles are playing on the moon, they'd probably be there, right? That's what's
fired up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying to find out where the Chickies and Peas is at. Where is it at? The second one or the
Man, I miss Chicky and Pete's, man. Some crab fries would be on time right now, man. Crab fries and a red stripe.
Right.
Yeah, but I wanted to jump in on what I did like was the receivers. I think Alshon's hands are excellent. Ertz, great pass receiver. Goddard got into the game plan. Yeah, man, Jordan Matthews showed up. He made some big plays. I think he made the biggest plays of the game as far as.
He had the most receiving yards. He had like 93 yards receiving.
Yeah, and I think he led in receptions or was tied for the lead in receptions. Yeah.
But he also had timely catches too.
That was big time catches when we needed them.
Right.
Big third down receptions and stuff. I'm still not confident in the run game. I'm glad they finally got Adams some carries in there.
Mm-hmm.
But the underlying thing is, Smallwood's getting a lot of time. He's weak in pass protection. Clement, I'm still convinced that he's hurt. I'm not really sure he's healthy. And so hopefully Adams starts getting the bulk of the carries, but we don't really know how he is in pass protection because when it's passing downs, he's not in the game. Every time Adams is in the game, it's basically a run being called.
Right.
So eventually, the defense is going to get hip to that. Or we'll really see how good he is in pass protection.
All right.
So that's kind of my things from there. We haven't had a 100-yard rusher since Blunt, October 1st, 2017. God knows when we'll get another 100-yard rusher. I don't see it anytime soon.
Yeah, our offense doesn't give the running backs enough opportunities. They split the carries between multiple backs, and I can't remember last time I seen a back get like 20 carries, even when we had LeGarrette Blount sharing time with Ajayi.
Well, I think another thing is nobody can really get in a groove when you doing a rotation like that.
Mm-hmm.
But the game before that, even the Carolina game, Smallwood and Clement had 24 carries, but it was for 58 yards. So that's not even keeping the defense honest. You basically averaging 2-point-something yards per carry. What is that going to do? So I kind of see why Doug in that game went to the pass because them guys just weren't producing, man.
Going back to that Panthers game, man, I remember that fourth quarter. The Eagles didn't pass the ball one time, or it was something like they only ran. The Eagles didn't run the ball at all, in the fourth quarter.
They ran it once.
Yeah, that's ridiculous, man.
But I see why.
When you have the lead, they just when you pass the ball and you get incomplete passes, you're taking time off. You know what I mean? You're not running the clock down. You're giving them opportunities to come back. The Eagles snatched defeat out of the jaws of victory against the Panthers.
If you're running the ball and you're not going to get a first down, they would have lost the game regardless, man.
Yeah.
Because those short passes, they were still doing short passes and killing time on the clock.
Yeah,
that was the thing. That the run just wasn't producing anything. And it might be more the offensive line than the running backs. The O-line might be so bad, huh?
The Panthers game.
The Panthers game.
You got to run the ball at least. You can't run the ball just one time in the fourth quarter.
But if you're doing a short pass, that's as good as a run.
It's equivalent to a run.
Yeah, as long as you got time going.
I agree you're supposed to run it, but they were doing short passes, which means the clock was still running. They were just doing passes, and the clock was still running. They were just short passes. They just didn't get first downs.
Yeah.
Drives. If they would have got 2 first downs out of like one of those drives, 2 or 3, just to burn 2-3 more minutes out, they won the game. But they couldn't do anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I went back and watched it because that was the one I didn't really catch all the fourth. I was surprised that we blew the lead, but yeah. But the O line, I think just take Peters out, man. I think he's hurting more than helping, really.
Yeah, he definitely is.
I think you just get now with Lane down, you got to have Big V over on the right side. So I think Peters has to play now.
I think Peters, I know he went out, but it was a head injury. I think Peters played well. Obviously, he's not his normal self, but yeah, I would like to have him healthy, but I don't think he plays too bad, to be honest with you. But offensive line, I agree, is a major concern.
Yeah, I think that's kind of my biggest concern right now. Because even though you have the corners, I think the corners, like, you have them get lit up a lot, but we still haven't given up a whole bunch of points.
Right.
Like, it's more of a bend, don't break D. Like, I think the only team that scored over, like, 24 was the Bucks. Everybody else really hasn't scored that many points. And the way the NFL is now, and you figure we got these bad corners, like, we should be getting lit up for like 30. We would have got hit up for 30 more than that, but
well,
I mean, yeah, go ahead.
No, you're exactly right. That's Schwartz's philosophy, bend but don't break. That's what they pride themselves. Even the individual players, they'll pride themselves off of not allowing teams to score in the red zone. So that's what they're doing. And they're still doing a decent job of it. So
yeah, and that's kind of my thing. Like we could jump into the trade of Tate, but before we talk about that, I was going to talk about like the other potential trades, like what positions. I know everybody wanted a running back. Everybody wanted a DB. I'm kind of glad they didn't go after like Patrick Peterson. I didn't want to spend that much money on a corner because he has a huge salary. I don't want to be caught with that, and then it wouldn't have been just a 1-year thing. Like Peterson would have been on the squad next year, and you don't know how that's going to turn out. It hasn't turned out well for us in the past. And I think like our D, just like I said, like Schwartz is bend don't break. We really not getting lit up that much. How big of an influence, how much of the game is he going to change if we would have went after like a big time corner rather than going after like Tate? I think Tate is going to have more of a positive impact on the team than a corner would have.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I think just having Tate, he's a good blocker. He's an excellent receiver. I think that's going to open up the run game even more. So I think it'll have positive impacts throughout the whole squad, and it'll give the whole squad a boost. Like they think Howie went out there and made this move. Like he thinks we really could go for another playoff push, another Super Bowl push.
Exactly.
So the overall confidence of the team is just going to go up.
I agree with you. We kind of obviously made this segue into the Tate trade. How do you feel about that? How do you like the Tate trade? Excuse me. Does that make us a better team? How do you like? Give me your life.
I seen the highlight reel. I know Golden Tate very well. I seen him. He's a little prima donna-ish. He's, you know what I'm saying, a little cocky with it. His back flips into the end zone. I can do without, but he's a solid wide receiver. That's for sure. I was kind of going on with the rumor that Deshaun Jackson wanted out of Tampa Bay, and I was holding out hopes, kind of like how it was when LeBron James was going into the offseason, hoping that maybe he'd go to the Sixers, and I was kind of had my fingers crossed like that, hoping that Deshaun somehow they'd work out a trade with Deshaun to come back to Philadelphia, but evidently that didn't happen. But Golden Tate, let's see how he performs. I looked at his stats, and again, he's a solid wide receiver. I think he could do nothing but help us. Seeing Jordan Matthews after last week, I have a lot more faith in him now. I just don't know where they're going to slot him. So they're going to have like 17 on the outside, have Golden Tate on the other outside, and then who's going to be the slot? Is that going to be Matthews or Aguilar?
Yeah, Aguilar.
That probably moves Matthews to the number 4 spot then?
Yeah, number 4 spot. I was going to ask y'all how do y'all think the receiver's going to play off. I think Tate is your number 1, kind of by default.
Really?
Yeah,
that's disrespectful to 17, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, well, I was going to say 17 just so he could play more of his natural. He's not really a vertical, even though he's played well and show he can do it, but he's more that kind of down receiver. When you need a 3rd and 12, back shoulder throw, he's got the hands for it. Not saying Tate does, but what Tate does is stretch the field. So both of those guys can command depending on who they play in a double team, and it's only going to help. They're only going to help each other out. And then Aguilar in the slot, and of course you got Zach Ertz. So I think it's a major pickup for our offense. I think it's a major
first offensive drive against the Cowboys. Carson Wentz 80-yard bomb to Tate, set it off.
Because he lit up the Cowboys earlier this year.
Yeah,
I think he had like $130, like 2 TDs against him or something. Yeah, he lit them the hell up. Well, you look at him over the past 4 years, he's had 90 catches each year. I mean, the dude is solid. He's like number 1 in the league, yards after the catch.
Yeah, just tell him not to backflip the end zone. That's all I ask. Please don't.
What's that?
Put yourself in a situation you can mess around and get hurt doing that. Stupid.
I think you just let him play, man.
Oh, stupid. I miss the Barry Sanders type players who just score a touchdown, give the football to the ref, go back to the sideline, give your team a high five. That's cool. All that other stuff. I do like this. Don't get me wrong. I like the end zone celebrations. Those are cool. But I don't like the other crazy stuff where you flipping in the end zone and doing stuff like that. You can hurt yourself.
Yeah, I like that. I like the celebrations when you're up by 30 and it's 2 minutes left or something like that. Then you can have all the funny in the world. But I'm being a little facetious. But hopefully the Eagles. I think the Tate pickup makes us a better team. So I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at that pick at all. Do you guys think we need any help at any other position? If you had to pick one, I don't know if we need to talk about hypotheticals because the trade deadline is past us. But I think we're a better team with Tate. So,
do you think we should have made an additional move and went and got Shady or something also?
Yeah, I wouldn't have been mad. The problem is, like the situation last year with Ajayi. Running backs aren't dropping off the tree. So, that was a rare situation last year with Ajayi. Remember, there was something going on with Miami, and he was kind of all out of sorts. You don't just find that every year. So, a lot of people say running backs are, dime a dozen, that kind of thing. But as far as trade and trade deadline and things like that, and then it's also what players do you need? Do you value their contract, or how are you going to honor their contract? Do you want to take their contract on? So all those things play in.
Yeah.
They all come in a factor. But to answer your question directly, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at the Tate trade. I don't know if I would love to see Shady in the Eagles uniform. I'm not sure if that was real feasible, or how close that came, or possibly came, or talks even were there. So
Well, I think with Dougie, I think we're just a passing offense to set up the run anyway.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think the receiver adds more value, especially on the guys that we could have got. I mean, because you're talking about an older Shady.
Right.
Who was the other one? Le'Veon never showed up, so you never even had a chance to get him anyway.
Exactly. Running backs at this time of the year aren't easy to find. It's just not something that's going to happen.
So it was that. I think that was the perfect move. Now, comparing Tate to the other wide receivers that got traded, Amari Cooper and Demaryius Thomas, how do you feel we fared in the trade compared to the Cowboys making the move and Demaryius going to Houston? What you think?
You want to jump in, Wood, or?
Hey, I don't have a dog in that hunt.
Yeah, I think Demaryius or Tate were the strongest two guys. I'm not mad because Demaryius went to Houston's in the AFC. We don't have to worry about that. I actually think Tate was the perfect pickup, and I don't think he's going to do anything but help Alshon, and I think Alshon will help him, and I think both those guys will help Zach Ertz, and I think all three of those guys will help Carson Wentz, and collectively, all of those guys will help the Philadelphia Eagles, and
I like that. I like the way you talking, Chris. I like the way you talking.
You like the energy?
I like that.
I think that will propel us into capturing the playoff spot and having another run.
Would be the best wide receiver duo since Fred Barnett and Calvin Williams. I'll tell you that much. I want to know something, guys. I want to know, what do you all plan on doing during the bye? No Eagles football this weekend. I know y'all are football fans. Chris, I know you're a football fan. Rome, I know you guys love football. You can sit on the couch if you had the luxury all day watching football and just kicking back. But is that the game plan? Because I revolve my weekends around the Eagles. So now I guess I'm going to be forced to do housework. I'm not looking forward to
that. That's an unfortunate situation, Will. I feel for you, man. But luckily for me, I don't know if we can record this after I say it, but I've been getting a lot of phone calls from Beyonce. She's telling me, Jay, you was acting crazy. She wants to see me, so I might have to fly out to LA, that kind of thing. So
I got to come with you because I know for a fact she's got friends.
Yeah, she has a lot of friends, so
I'm coming with you.
Yeah, the Eagles not playing this weekend won't affect me. She's not. I got a text as soon as the show. I got a call as soon as we're done with the show.
What about you, bro? What you doing this weekend?
I'll be watching football, man. I'm a football guy. Yeah. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna be watching football. I'm gonna be watching college Saturday. And
big college game.
And I'm going to be watching, what's the name? Yeah, you got Penn State and Michigan. That's a big game this week. I think Penn State's 14. Michigan is like number 5. So I'm definitely watching that.
Alabama, LSU, right?
Yeah, I'm hoping LSU pulls it out. I doubt it, but I don't care for Alabama. But, yeah. And then whatever games on Sunday. I can't. What's the big games this Sunday, man?
They got New Orleans playing.
Yeah.
The New Orleans game, and then they got Aaron Rodgers, AR.
Yeah, the Packers and the Patriots look like a good game.
That's the Sunday. Is that Sunday night?
Did you see that ad where Michael Jordan was like trolling LeBron, and everybody thought that he was talking about LeBron, but he was actually talking about Aaron Rodgers and Tom Brady?
Yeah, I like that.
That was very good.
That was good.
And LeBron responded on Twitter or something. He was like, anytime, anyway. Oh, you weren't talking about me. Oh, okay. Back to our regular scheduled program. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
That would have been a hell of a thing if that was like a Super Bowl ad or something too, man. That would have been nice. Hopefully the Packers never go to the bowl, though.
Yeah. What if the Eagles go to the bowl against the Patriots again? Like, I'm like, oh gosh, I wish it was a different.
I would think we would be favored.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we will be favored this year. I don't think the Patriots have that strong of a squad this year.
Yeah.
You know, I think last year if we had Wentz, I think we might have been favored, man.
Yeah.
You know, because you look at it, we were just underdogs because we had Foles.
Right.
Like because if Wentz was still in there, he would have been the MVP of the league.
Yeah, all that underdog stuff would have been out the door.
We would have been favorites through the whole playoff run.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm thinking again this year, if we make it back, we're favorites.
Wentz has been playing out of his mind. Like he's just every game he's getting better and better. And so I'm elated with his progress and the way I thought. I was afraid that he was going to be tentative and hesitant, to make certain moves because of the injury. But man, I was wrong. I'm not afraid to admit it. I'm wrong a lot, and I'm like a broken clock. You know what I'm saying? But he is doing his thing. He's running just as much as he would. He's diving. He's He's just accurate.
Yeah.
We definitely have one of the best quarterbacks.
But he needs to stop taking unnecessary hits, man.
Definitely.
Sometimes he just needs to get the hell down, man. Huh?
I just think it's a lack of protection.
But even when he scrambles, he doesn't slide. He's not a slider, man. He's a head first guy.
I like it, but I don't like it. You know what I mean?
That's that same like Mike Vick was like that. Like the guy just never learned how to slide. At least Wentz is a little bit. He's bigger than Vick, so he could take a little bit more punishment. But still,
remember when? Speaking of that, you remember when he had that turnover and then Wentz made the tackle, looking like a linebacker out there.
That was a hell of a tackle.
It sure was.
Yeah,
I was like, oh man, don't do that, Wentz. Oh, but it was amazing. Just be careful, please. We need you.
Yeah, the one after the fumble. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, he's a tough son of a gun.
Yeah, that was good stuff. I like
he looks just like Prince Harry. I don't know people the whole London thing. I was curious. Like, he looks just like Prince Harry.
Mm-hmm.
They could be related.
So let's switch on the division outlook. What do you think are our chances of winning the division?
All of a sudden, this team in Washington all of a sudden is starting to look really good. Unfortunately, I'm not happy about that.
Well, I kind of figured that once they got Alex Smith, because the guy just wins 10 games every year. So I kind of figured they would be in the mix.
I need them to start losing games. I think I picked them though for pick 6, but regardless, I want them to win. I don't mind losing. I just want them to lose, but they're good. Giants and the Cowboys. I'm not worried about them at all.
But I think the Cowboys have a good D. I want to see how their offense is with the Cooper trade. If it changes a little bit, I think we got to see that. Unfortunately, well, maybe fortunately or unfortunately, depending on how the game goes, we'll see it. Right after the bye. That's our game.
I think it helps them.
Yeah, but just like you said, the Giants are done. So that's good.
Yeah, they're done. I just don't know what's more exciting, with Aaron Rodgers versus Tom Brady or Chris Colazzo versus Jerome Dooley, because this pick 6 is starting to look really, really tight. You two brothers are doing your thing. Don't get me wrong, Mike McCline is right behind y'all. But let's not talk about James.
What am I, one game back?
One game back.
I figured.
Let's jump into it, man. Pick 6.
But that was my segue. It was my segue. And hold on, ladies and gentlemen, I got to do it. Broad Street 4 for 4. Pick 6.
6.
So again, we're behind. So we're going to talk about week 7 and week 8. And week 7, we got Chris, who won the week, went 4-2, while everyone else went 3-3. Overall, brings Chris in the lead to 29-18-1. Jerome right behind, 28-19-1. And we got Mike McCline, 26, 21-1, and James Woodruff, 23, 24-1. I'm just fighting to get to 500, fellas. So that's where we're at right now.
And I gave up a couple games last week. I just went on the home, but
and that'll be okay with me, even though I probably won't win. But I'm going to go 6-0 1 week, and that's going to make me feel really good.
Yeah, what you got to do now is just you got to stay at, you got to have 4 and 2 weeks consistently, and then you got to catch up some other men.
Well, I have a proven strategy. It's scientific. I pick the mascots who I think could beat the other mascots. I look at it from a mascot perspective, and I think I look at who I think would win. I mean, I think that's the best way to approach these pick sixes. You guys got all these strategies, the games, the different defensive strategies and the coaching, all that stuff. I mean, that can be considered good, but it's all about the mascots going up against each other. So,
mascots. Y'all heard it first here on Broad Street 4 for 4. Remember, we want to tell everybody. No, we want to tell everybody, man. Facebook, that's Broad Street 4 for 4 Sports Talk. Follow us, post our picks every week. Our pick 6, we pick 6 games out the NFL season. Y'all are all welcome, more than welcome to follow us. We encourage y'all to make some picks, and we'll incorporate you guys' picks on the show. You can follow us on Instagram at Broad Street 4 for 4 Podcast, Podbean, Broad Street 4 for 4, Podbean.com, and iTunes and Twitter as well, man. So any social media platform you could think of, where it is, follow us. We appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Thank all of our listeners who do follow us. We appreciate the love. So we're gonna do.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yo, what's up with Captain Zach? That's one of our loyal followers right there. Shout out to him.
No doubt. And my big brother too, Shabazz, he always follows us too. So he made comments and follow us too. So it's a lot of people.
So I got a question though, Wood. How did Zach do the week he put his picks up there against us? Or you didn't track that?
No, I didn't track that.
All right, I'm gonna have to go back and track that for him and then see how he fared against us that week.
Right.
Yeah, my bad, Cat. I didn't track that.
Nah,
my bad. What week was that?
That was the Carolina week.
Yeah, week 7. I did track that. You guys were putting the scores in. You got Chris put 27-13. Eagles over the Panthers. Rome, you did 27-17. And Mike has the Eagles dropping 30. I did track that. So, for what it's worth.
Oh, yeah, that's cool. So, what are we going to jump into? Are y'all jumping into these picks and then we can post McCline's later on Facebook? Or so we going to jump into these picks for this week? So, our first game is Pittsburgh at Baltimore. So, Chris, since you're in the lead, you're going to take the first pick. Who you got?
This is tough because Pittsburgh's been pouring on. Baltimore is at home. I think Baltimore is due for a win. I have Pittsburgh, but let me. I don't have anybody, but let me go through my mental. Let me see. Pittsburgh at Baltimore. Conventional wisdom tells me to go Pittsburgh. And you know what? I'm gonna stay Pittsburgh. I'm gonna go on the road. Divisional matchup. I'm gonna go Pittsburgh.
All right, I'm the same thing. I got mine circled already. You see my picks? I got it on my sheet. I got Pittsburgh circled. Even though it's a divisional game, with Baltimore. Baltimore, dropped the last 2? Did they? Yeah, so they probably do. They're probably going to win, but I'm taking Pittsburgh because they're rolling. What's up, Wood?
I'm taking Baltimore because the Ravens. And I like Baltimore because that's the setting of the greatest TV show of all time, The Wire. If you haven't seen The Wire, I suggest that you watch it. It's an amazing program.
I couldn't stand The Wire. I watched I watched 5 minutes of one episode. Couldn't get into it. I said, "This what everybody talking about?"
Chris, you got to give it another chance, man. It's considered one of the greatest shows on television.
Yeah, I won't never know.
Ever to grace the television screen, because it's not on television anymore. But 5 seasons, amazing, pure masterpiece. So yeah, that only because of that is why the Ravens are going to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. So you see my logic, right? But no, I like the Ravens at home. They're a division rival. They always play each other close.
Good game.
But, yeah, I'm picking the Ravens.
Have they ever filmed any good shows in Pittsburgh? Probably not.
Dark Knight Rises was in Pittsburgh.
That place is a dump. Let's go to Atlanta at Washington. Chris.
This is another game I'm torn about because I want Washington to lose. Obviously, they're in our division. They're home and they're playing well. I got to give Gruden, not John, but his younger brother, credit for doing a decent job with Washington right now. Bringing in Alex Smith, obviously, and Adrian Peterson is playing well. It's hard to kind of go against Washington right now. Can Matt Ryan and are they 2 wins or 3 wins? Atlanta, can they come in to the District of Columbia and get a win?
No.
Orlando will get a win. You know what? I'm gonna say. Atlanta's D is still banged up though, correct? You know what? I'm going Atlanta. The hell of a
good choice. Good.
I'm going Atlanta.
Good choice. Atlanta does have a hell of an offense. They're 3-4. But the Redskins have the 5th-ranked scoring defense. I'm going with the Skins at home. They'll be 6-2, essentially 2 games up on the Birds when we come off the bye. But I think the Skins pull it out, man. I think Atlanta, they're not making it back to the playoffs. That's how that division works. So
it's over.
Yeah, give me Washington. Go ahead, Wood.
The Washington Redskins will be victorious over the Atlanta Falcons.
All right. The third game is the Chargers at the Seahawks.
Seahawks home. I like the Chargers, but Seahawks home.
Yeah, Phillip Rivers is one of my favorite quarterbacks of this generation, this era. But I think it's tough to go up to Seattle and pull out a victory. So I got Russell Wilson pulling this out. Seahawks. Go ahead, Wood.
The Seattle Seahawks will be victorious over the Los Angeles Chargers.
All right. The next game is my game of the week. I think it is. Some people would think it's another game, but we got the Rams at the Saints.
You know what?
That's my game of the week.
I got to get the Rams. That's their first loss. I'm going Drew Brees.
Drew Brees!
I got the same thing. You can't. It's hard to come down to, what is that place? Did they rename it? I think it's like the Mercedes-Benz Superdome or some crap.
I'm calling the Louisiana Superdome because I'm ignorant.
Yeah, I got the Saints. I got Breeze in that dome. Breeze is just too tough. I think he's got like 1 pick on the year or something. Phenomenal. Yeah. Give me the Saints. What?
Los Angeles Rams have not let me down all year.
All right.
Evidently, because they are undefeated. And every time they were in the pick 6, I picked them, and they got me a win. However, I'm still in the basement. Therefore, I'm going, who that? Who that? Who that? The New Orleans Saints will be victorious, and they will give the Rams their first loss.
I bet you Mike takes the Rams.
Mm-hmm. Easy way out.
They might pull it off, but I see the Saints getting that win. All right, next game is Green Bay at New England.
Another tough game. This is, I believe, America's game of the week. I believe this is what, Sunday night or Monday night?
I think this is the Sunday night game.
I think you're right.
I believe.
Oh, does that mean Chris Collinsworth
Yeah.
I just yacked all over my keyboard.
Chris Collinsworth, I kind of got it's like an ambivalent feeling I had with him. But whatever the case is, I'm gonna take. I would love to see Green Bay win. I think they are winning. I'm going Tommy Terrific. It's like a 60, 65, 35 kind of thing. I'm taking New England at home.
I think this guy's real slick this week, Wood. He's just picking all my picks. Besides the Atlanta Washington one. But that just makes us tied.
I'm in the number one spot, the coveted number one spot, where I have to make my picks first, where you guys have the luxury of witnessing greatness.
As if we were doing a live feed, as the viewers would see, I could take a picture and post it on IG right now. I made all my picks last night. Give me New England.
I'm so good at this. Whenever they come through the wire, pick me up. I don't have to see no injury reports or nothing. I just go. I just jump.
All right, Wood, go ahead.
So you gentlemen picked the New England Patriots, correct?
Yeah.
I was going to pick them. However, I like cheese. I'm going to pick Wisconsin. I'm going to pick Green Bay because I don't like New England. They're cheaters. So therefore, that is going to be my reason for picking the Green Bay Packers. The only person I know who plays for them is Aaron Rodgers. I can't name two other people that play on that team. Regardless, I'm still picking them. I remember Shannon Sharp used to play for that team.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago.
You mean
anyway? Green Bay Packers, victorious. Go Green Bay.
Sterling.
What did I say? Shannon Sharp?
Yeah.
Sterling Sharp. Sorry, Sterling Sharp.
Tennessee at Dallas. I think we'll probably differ here.
Let me see. Tennessee at Dallas. I obviously would like Dallas to lose. Dallas is home, however. Did Dallas just pick somebody up?
Yeah, Cooper.
Cooper. Somebody Cooper?
Yeah, Cooper. Amari Cooper.
Not Riley Cooper.
Mr. Cooper.
I think Riley Cooper works at the Home Depot on the Boulevard right now, if I'm not mistaken. I thought I saw him there last.
I thought I saw him there too. You know that you mentioned it.
Yeah. So
which one you saw him at?
On the Boulevard.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. I think he was in paints. Yeah. They had him in the wood section, but he kept dropping the pieces of wood, so they moved him over the paints. But this is a tough one. Tennessee at Dallas. I think Mariota can actually pull this one out. This would be the tough game for them to go on the road. Dak's been playing a little bit better. I'm not a Dak fan. It's hard for me to bet with Dallas, so I'm not being objective right here. A little emotion is coming in, so I'm going with my heart here, right here. I'm gonna just go Tennessee. But I think convention. I think Dallas is the pick, but I'm going Tennessee just to do something different.
All right, I'm going Dallas. They got a hell of a defense this year.
All right,
as everybody knows, I think I've been saying it every week. I think Dak and Bortles are the two worst starting Well, Derek Carr's in there too. Yeah. Derek Carr is pretty bad. And just to bring it up, the 49ers just pulled a guy off the street, signed him and started him tonight, and then winning this game 34-3. Ridiculous. They need to fire
the Cowboys.
He picked Tennessee.
You picked Tennessee, okay.
Yeah, I got Dallas.
Gotcha.
So I got Carr. Who's this other guy? Dak and Bortles. My three worst starting QBs in the league.
Yeah, Bortles was pretty bad. I was very happy to see how bad he was.
Is he worse than Carr? I think Carr is horrible
until I saw the game.
Carr, yeah, Bortles is horrible though.
Well, they're asking Bortles without Fournette, the running back. They're asking him to do more than what he's capable of doing. So they're taking out the realm of what he does or his capabilities, further out his capabilities.
You know who else is pretty bad? Mariota's pretty bad also. Give me Dallas.
Mariota doesn't turn the ball over. He actually makes pretty good decisions. They don't have a vertical game. They don't get down the field vertically. So the offense is pretty limited. They kind of dick and dunk and run, but
that's what I call a weak QB. Go ahead, Wood. Pick your.
I'm torn, man. I'm going back and forth, but I really hate the Dallas Cowboys, so I'm going to have to go with the Tennessee Titans, also known as the Houston Oilers from back in the day. Yeah, I'm going with Tennessee. Tennessee Titans. They're down Tennessee. Yeah, got some good barbecue in Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Delicious. Tennessee Reds.
All right, Wood, and that's the end of our
Broad Street 4 for 4. Pick 6.
And so I got one more question, y'all. Mm-hmm. So do you think the Eagles are going to pull out this division?
Yes, absolutely. I got faith. I'm concerned about Washington, but they can get past. We could be. If we can sweep Washington, I'm happy.
So realistically, what do you think the Eagles finish with record-wise?
10-6.
10-6.
10-6, possibly 11-5.
I'm hoping for 11-5.
They would have to sweep the division, all the divisional games. They would have to either split, if not win them all, but split the Saints and the Rams.
To go 11-5.
That can happen. We can sweep our division.
Yeah. So if we lost to the Rams and the Saints, and then won the rest of our games, swept our division, we'd be 6-2, which will make us 10-6 for the year. I don't think that's
not bad at all. We're in the playoffs. We got one home game.
Right. I don't think that's unachievable.
Go ahead.
Particularly if we just get hot towards the end of the year. We got a new Tate now. We just start to get that confidence back. But you know what I mean, guys are doubting themselves on the Eagles. You know what I mean? When things go tough. Once we start winning game, confidence brings the ultimate. I mean, winning.
It's contagious.
Winning brings confidence
and morale. Yeah, boosts morale. People get confidence.
And you can't quantify what that does for a team and in the locker room and that kind of.
11:09 p.m. This brother's dropping words like quantify.
This is kind of my thing about that is. So just what you were just saying, like the Redskins is like that. They're flying high, especially if they win against Atlanta.
Right.
So say if they go on a run because they don't have the Rams left on their schedule. They already lost to the Saints. Like their hardest game coming up is probably the Texans.
Home or away? I gotta think.
That's home.
That seems
like they got
12 home games. I don't think they got every home. Every time I see Washington play at home, cheese and rice.
Yeah, their home games they have left are the Falcons, Texans, Giants, and then us the last game of the year.
What are their away schedule? What does their away schedule?
The Bucks, Cowboys, us, the Jags, and the Titans.
Yeah, I think they lose a couple of those away games.
Against who? Maybe the Cowboys?
Yeah.
Let's say they lose to the Cowboys because they beat them already, so they split. And I'm just trying to do this just to show us what's the chances of us winning the division. Because you got to say it's between us and Washington.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just looking at them. Hopefully they do lose this week against the Falcons because that sets us up looking pretty nice. But then the Buccaneers are just imploding. Texans are good, so let's say they lose to the Texans, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then hopefully they could lose to Cowboys once. They'll give them, what are they now? They got 2 losses. Let's say they got 4 losses. And then if they lose to us twice, that would give them 6 losses.
Yeah, that's tough. A lot of things got to go our way.
Yeah, that's the thing because of the blown Tennessee game and the blown Carolina game.
Definitely.
That was 2 rough games, man.
Rough. That could.
And if the Skins keep winning, they're going to get confidence just like you were saying, man.
Yeah.
That's my only issue.
No, and it's a valid, very valid issue. I'm not sure, and I can't say that.
And that's if we sweep them.
Right, exactly. So much.
That's hard. I could see us definitely sweeping the Giants. Like, that's a definite. I think we could sweep the Cowboys and them too. The Washington is the one I'm thinking that we might split with. If there's a team in the division we split with, I'm thinking it's Washington.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, it's good that we got back together to talk about these games and talk about what we're going to do on the bye.
Okay, we're going
to... Any last words you gentlemen want to discuss? Any things on your mind?
Sound like my man Hollywood trying to put a bow on this one. Rome, you got any closing thoughts in general?
Nah, I'm good.
Good. James Woodruff, Hollywood?
Well, no, man. I think we discussed everything I wanted to talk about. You gentlemen have a fine evening. See you next time.
Okay. Again, man, my name is Chris Galazzo on behalf of Jerome Dooley, JDGs, on behalf of my man James Woodruff, a.k.a. Hollywood Wood. It's another show, Broad Street 444, man. Hopefully we don't go this long without hearing from y'all. We appreciate everybody for listening.
Shout out Mike McCline.
Shout out to my man Mike McCline, 2M's, Money Mike. Mike McCline, he couldn't be here with us this show, but he'll be back with us next show, of course.
Yeah, so we could get in some Sixers talk with McCline. And we could definitely get into the basketball.
Yeah, definitely. We apologize, but we're going to wait for Mike to come back and jump into that, man. Sixers 4-4 right now, but we'll do that next show. Flyers having a shaky start too, but of course, right now the NFL season dominates. So until next time, on behalf of myself, the rest of my team, we signing off. This is Broad Street 444. Remember, don't raise your voice. Improve your argument.
I say, do not raise your voice. Only improve your argument. I say.
And we signing off, y'all.
Peace. Drop that beat.
Oh, that's like a perfect screenshot right there.
Mm-hmm.